Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Victoria 3 as Mexico. And I lied. I said I would want to wait for a little bit until maybe the next patch to continue the campaign, and I just couldn't. So we're still on 1.5.9 as I'm recording this. Apparently, sometime next week, at least from the time I'm recording this, the 0.10 patch will drop, which is going to have a bunch of balance change. Apparently some extra UI stuff as well, which I'm kind of excited about. But I don't know about any of the specificals, but I couldn't wait. We're currently in 1853 over here, and I expect that relatively soon, the United States is going to start manifesting its destiny. Again, in my test games, they kept happening around 1859, plus or minus a year. But it could absolutely happen sooner over here, which would be unpleasant. So we do have a bunch of barracks being made. I can't actually remember what I queued up in the last episode. I guess these look like infantry, so presumably I'm queuing up a bunch of infantry. I might go and cancel either though, and do some rebuilding because, luckily, finally, I was able to have a lovely conversation. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Lovely conversation, mostly with one proud Bavarian, who was able to dig into some game files, and he broke down a bunch of things for me in terms of the mechanics. Because one of the things I was curious about with the US of A, one of the things we all need to do, all I said I needed to do in this war, is defend, is hold the front, probably to win. And I think that's the case, but one of the things I would like to do is have like one or two armies on the front on defensive, and then have a third army on offensive behavior. And is that something we could optimize around? So I had some questions I posted on Reddit as well about like how do the armies get chosen, what units get chosen to fight in these battles, yada yada yada. And overall it seems like it's pretty good. There is traumatic weighting towards armies that are set on a defensive stance. Commanders with defensive traits get prioritized, and units that are better on defense as well get prioritized. So infantry will get pulled in for defense before anything else, which is great because that's exactly what I want. A couple of, like, I want a defensive optimized army to try to hold the front, and then an offensive prioritized one or designed one, you know, with all the traits min-maxed around offense to be able to start an offense where I need it. Very much like the Hoi 4 kind of mechanic that I usually have employed, where we've got some infantry heavy stuff to mostly hold the line, and then if at all possible, you get a little, you know, tiny front line where your tanks are going to punch through and push, for example, in Hoi 4. Works quite well. So we're going to do something similar over here. First I'm going to do is I'm going to rename these armies so I can keep track of it. So General Romeo over here has he has direct, which gives him an offensive boost. So not a whole lot that matters, but he's got an innate boost to offense rather than defense. And our other general over here is actually also direct, but he does have the experienced defensive strategy. He does have artillery commander though. Is good at everything, but I might still give that army a defensive stance just if I'm going to kind of optimize around something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this army to something like this. Actually, I suppose just a single D is fine for defensive. That's going to be okay. And then this one here, this is going to be the one that's going to be doing the pushing. It's going to be the offensive army. So it's going to get an O. There we go, O and D, so we can kind of keep track of things. Now, in our defensive army, we really don't need artillery or cavalry in it because infantry units have the best defensive stats. So if we're going to optimize around that, what I'm going to do is we have one unit of cav over here in our defensive army. I'm just going to transfer that to our offensive army. So my one set of lancers is going to go over there. The other thing, if I take a look over here, this infantry here is still on line infantry. I want it upgraded to skirmish infantry, which is our latest and greatest. So let's go ahead and get that started. Oh, and it looks like the one barrack I was building was being added over here. So it's going to come in, but it is going to come in skirmish, which is going to be fine. Then if we look at our offensive troops, we are going to upgrade you as well to make sure you go up to skirmish. And then what we're going to want to do in this army is, if it's going to be responsible for pushing, we're going to want a lot more of the units that have a stronger offense value. So our infantry here has got the plus, so it's got plus 35 defense. You can see that's better than our artillery, that's better than our cav. I don't know why that tooltip is showing up down there, but that's fine. So infantry is really good at defense. In terms of cav and artillery, we talked about it before. Our lancers currently are plus 30. The artillery is at plus 35. Plus 35 is better. It's got the higher kill rate as well. The one thing with Lancers that's nice is you do occupy more territory for it, but it's pretty clear that artillery is going to be our primary offensive powerhouse. So we're going to want an army for our offensive stuff with basically as much artillery as we can get, maybe a little smattering of cavalry. That's what we're going to be looking at. However, do note you need at least 50% of your army to be infantry, otherwise you will suffer an organization loss. So we're going to have to keep that balanced. So whatever number we end up with, we will, of artillery plus cavalry, we'll need at least that much infantry in here to take care of that. So I think I will actually go back over to... Oh, shows up as a third army right now while it's separated. Well, that's interesting. I hadn't realized that. So I'm probably just repeating what I did here last episode, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to recruit more infantry over here. And currently I will focus... I mean, does it make sense to have it in Texas? Yeah, but if we end up losing it in the war, it would be pretty poor. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull you out of another state that's got a lot of people. Jalisco. I'm going to go and bring this up to like 30 infantry on our defense. So it's currently got 2. I queued up another 21, apparently. I queued up 21, not 20? Oh, this looks like it's going to come up to 23. Oh, right, I had another one building already. Yeah. 28. There you go. That should bring you to 30, which is currently our limit without us doing any kind of promotion or anything like that. So we'll let that build, and then we'll see where we're at. That's a pretty big queue. That's going to be okay. This is all happening in Jalisco, actually. So what I'm going to want to do... Mexico, we're still building right now the railroad. Yeah. And then new plants. Okay, so we're going to move our road maintenance over to Jalisco once we get to that point, but we'll leave it in there for now. Munitions industry. At level 5, I don't know, man. I wonder if you complete that, is there any chance we can get a strength bonus out of things? Or is it just, it's probably just throughput or research to the next thing. But if we could time a stat bonus for our troops, that would be really nice. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be building our artillery type troops and things in Mexico itself, Mexico State. I don't know if it matters, but it'll keep the local prices down for artillery. If we build artillery things over here, it'll keep the local price down a bit, and that might be helpful. Running a slight deficit right now, but that seems to be okay. Wood, paper, steamers, tools, all expensive, but yeah, we do have to flip around and focus on some things over here. It's just time. I'm critically worried about the US just suddenly starting a war, and so it's going to be important to make sure we get our numbers up. Please and thank you. How long does it take to train these guys to the new top? Okay, good. You have been upgraded. That's nice. And then over here we're all good as well, right? Yeah. Okay, excellent. Okay. Done. I'm stressing. I'm hyper focused on what we're doing. There's no point. The U.S. is currently still cordial. I don't know if we can they declare war if it's above a certain point? Oh, we got Goldfield depleted. And we'll just drop the migrants. That's fine. I believe that means a gold mine is available. So I'm just going to alt-click 3 times over here in Guerrero. Put it at the top of the chart because that's going to be some great money making for us. Let's make sure that's the priority. Okay, that's not making as much. I'm going to go ahead and remove the consumption tax on that. There we go. There. So Guerrero and Mexico both have the road maintenance, and then when Guerrero finishes, I'll move it over to Jalisco, which has started here. Okay, so yeah, we still have a little bit of a deficit. You have low organization. Armada. Oh, it's our Armada, right? Which I know that previous to 1.5, doing these little naval invasions and stuff was apparently the easiest way to get the U.S. to GG out. I don't know if that's still the case. I don't think I may as well hire someone over here. You got kidney stones, huh? At least you have a naval commander. bigoted, and you're also an opiumatic. Tell you what, we'll take Angel over here because at least he's got, I don't know, naval commander. We'll throw him in there. That's fine. Just get rid of that warning. I don't know if it's going to matter because I don't think we're going to deploy him, which I guess is just costing me some more bureaucracy. Okay, tax rate actually is getting up a little bit, I think. Let me just finish those gold mines. Okay, and then in Mexico here, I assume no one's got a shortage of tax capacity. No one's got a shortage of tax capacity, so that's fine. So I'm just going to go alt-click in Mexico, throw it at the top of the queue again. Okay, and then in Guerrero, we're going to cancel the road maintenance and then add it to Jalisco, which actually... Oh, transportation shortages over here. Like, actual shortage. Jalisco. Let's queue in another railway. You do have an urban center. You do have this. Man, no. Lots of demand for transportation. Okay. Gold's been discovered in California. Nice. Okay, so I think this has turned red because we're past the 50% marker over here for our debt. And that is starting to get a little dangerous. There's no denying that. California gold rush. Do we just want the throughput? Normally I want the immigration. I mean, we still get migration attraction. I'm going to go ahead and increase the throughput of these gold mines a little bit. And I don't know if that's what fixed the money here. Yeah, we do have some unrealized taxes, which should improve fairly quickly here. Well, that's going a lot. I mean, I guess it was throughput for all the gold stuff in California. All right. Go minting. And yeah, there we go. Now, all of a sudden, no more tax waste, which is great. It'd be nice if we had the positive bureaucracy for state construction efficiency. I don't usually overbuild my government facilities to go high here, but I don't know. Is it worth it? Maybe. I might want to build another one here just because our bureaucracy continues to fluctuate a little bit as our population changes. So it might be worth investing a little bit more. I don't know. Anyway, there's the extra railway in Jalisco. Is it finished? Still sitting at +1. Meanwhile, United States, the only person we're currently trying to make friends with. Let's see. If I go improve relations, Spain, and El Salvador. I mean, I don't think there's any reason to sit on that. Just infamy decay, which doesn't matter to us. Election is in. How do we feel about the situation? We're at 92 with the industrialists in here. That feels pretty good. We run free trade. I would like that. Go free trade. So we get, I mean, more trade route volume, so we'll be able to trade more. Our trade routes are more competitive, and we'll save some bureaucracy cost. No tariffs are any good. I think that's fine. We're going to lose some money because we're no longer charging tariffs. But overall, I think that's the direction we want to go into. Paper is quite pricey. But I don't know if we're going to worry about it. Once we get free trade, maybe we can pull in more paper. Okay, barracks are barracking. How'd the input good cost? Okay, small arms are cheap. Ammunition's a little bit pricey. Maybe we could put one munitions depot in Jalisco itself. Not enough qualifications. Not enough qualifications. We should sort of explain which. Oh, you don't have enough capitalists. Only 33 are available. That's in Mexico. And in Jalisco, only 4. Should I get in? Able to fully hire. Now, is it a wage thing? Oh, you don't have any funds. You're not making any money with the small arms. We might need to. Wait, that's interesting. The local price of small arms here. 47. Why are you saying that the price is 30 in Mexico? Should you not be using the local price or the market? Was I looking at the wrong thing? I was probably looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, almost certainly. There you go, by name. Small arms over here. Yeah, okay. I clearly looked at the wrong thing somewhere along the way. Now, I mean, we're going to start consuming more and more as we build more barracks, and we could do local stuff. Any chance we have a trade going on for small arms? No. Maybe we could export it, though. Let's sell some small arms for now. Oh, that is going to eat some more bureaucracy. Okay, we'll do that. We'll probably have to cancel it as we build up our barracks. That's going to have to be okay. Listen, Mexico, I'm going to get you to... I'll click another government administration here. That back top of the queue, my friend. Gold in them there hills. All right. Cadillo's armed forces not part of the government, so it's there. Gold rush. Okay, money's fine. Let's get the immigration. That's going to be okay. Hudson Bay is improving relations to me as well. Enactment, okay. 66% chance, but it might go badly. We'll do this. We'll take a setback, but take a pretty big boost to the success chance on free trade. Our chances of big wood up intake. I mean, 70's not much. Oh, and then it reshuffled as I didn't pause. We may just have to build some more lumber yards. We're going to try to wait. Yeah, standard living boost is fine. What could possibly go wrong? Census suffrage I wouldn't be opposed to. Maybe we can try that after free trade finishes. Okay, another government office done. Barracks are coming through. What's our year? 56. Okay, yeah, we've got to just keep pumping up the military. So, the one who might throw in some offensive stuff. If I go and slap in, say... We're going to focus on the infantry for first, because we might be forced to be kind of defensive first here. You can do 30 without any promotions. Let's say... So we could do 15 here, and then a total of 15 over there. And you're going to go in Mexico, so... sorry, what were we at? 8, so you need 7 more. That's 7 more of that. And then that means I could have 13 artillery over here. And you have 1 right now? Okay, well, let's start by going to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 15 and a total of 12 over here, and then we'll see about finishing things off afterwards. It's already a pretty big queue. 20 weeks. Actually, I guess barracks don't take that long to build. Okay, that's good to know, because I am getting very concerned about our frontline situation here. Luckily, our income is good. Our standard living could be better. I mean, I could cancel some more consumption taxes, but I'm not going to do that right now. Yukon territory, which doesn't really affect us. Yeah, we might want to throw in some more lumber mills. Barracks, barracks, go, go, go. Oh, free trade went quick. It's me or them. Leader of ruling the landowners has had enough compromising coalition partner. Demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders. Landowners will never approve the change. Ridiculous thing to say. They lose approval, and he loses popularity. No, I want the landowners to lose popularity. That actually would be quite good. Rural folk are pretty pissy. They do support the census suffrage, though. So that'll make them happy. It's going to radicalize the armed forces. Now the problem is if the armed forces hate me, okay, goods cost goes up. Okay, none of these actually affect our ability to fight. Intelligentsia and the rural folk. I don't think there's any way for us to... I mean, even without them in government, there's still enough clout going on. Yeah, no, none of that's going to help. Is there something I could do to make the armed forces happier first? They would like a police force. Radicalize the rural folk, which scares me less. Tell you what, we're going to start this. We may have to back off. We may have to back off. If there's a military coup brewing, that's not going to be any good. Nationalism unlocked. Okay. It's not something we were specifically researching, because I was going to say we're researching military techs, field works in specifical here, so we can get an extra army defense, which is going to be great for us, I think. Oh, no, revolution. Maybe, or maybe not. Okay. This is just on the cusp. Barracks, barracks, barracks. Okay. I'll take a little pause from the military here. Just get some extra logging camps going on. Well, you know what? We'll max it out in Jalisco. We've got plenty of job seekers. We still got the road maintenance stuff going on there, which is great. Canneries unlocked. Do we have much of a food industry? We have some. If I went to canneries, what are we looking at? We're just going to start consuming iron. We're going to consume less grain. Consume more fish. Prices are all kind of fine, and overall we make more groceries. Yeah, this is going to be a nice win. These businesses should be able to sustain this, and more groceries does improve the food situation for our people quite a bit. I don't remember how the exchanges work. Like, they'll complain about paying high prices for grain, and I think groceries might be a little more expensive, but I think they get more value out of the groceries, so overall it comes out to better. Okay, we've got that. Triage gives us a first aid option for our troops. Shellgun is just another mode. Okay, naval stuff I don't care about. Rifling, yeah, that's just another production mode as well. And these are level 3s. Okay, we'll start on triage to give us the option of maybe running first aid. Whether or not we'll be able to sustain it, we will see. But yeah. Alright, since the suffrage. Intelligentsia, how are you feeling right now? Oh, geez, taking a -3 hit would cost us nothing with the Intelligentsia. Yeah, let's totally do it. 45% chance, good. Yeah, we're gonna go with the follow the advice here. Yeah, oh, hold on. Well, oh, here's the thing. I like that increases migration. I don't like that it radicalizes some people, but I usually go for 1. I could go for 2 here because, again, the industrialists have infinitude love for me, so we could take a -1 hit. More radicalized. I mean, this is actually starting to be a big proportion of radicals. Maybe I'll just do this for now. Now, most of the radicals... Yeah, there's a lot of rural folk, which makes sense. While having the armed forces and landowners hate me. Actually, the rural folk are okay with me all of a sudden. So they might not be radicalizing because of their beliefs. It might just be because, yeah, they're a little poor. These peasants are a little unhappy. They're not getting their Mexican dream. So, yeah, maybe we can just work on things to improve some of the quality of life here. Actually, the wood prices have come down. Might pull back on some of this. I'm going to cancel the road maintenance in Mexico right now because we don't need it right this second. What we might want to take a look at. I don't know if it'd be nice if there's a convenient way to look at this based on radicals per state, maybe as a percentage. Yeah, you guys are complaining about, yeah, transportation. You do have a full railway. One's probably not going to be enough. Let's get you anyway. We'll do the thing where we pass through and look for expensive rail prices, or transportation prices again. What did I do? That was Guerrero? Yep. Okay, you're fine. Texas is definitely fine. Ooh. guess there's nothing really in Chihuahua that's using transportation at all, because there's no industry here. We probably want more job seekers. I suspect the population here is in pretty rough shape. Yeah, lots of people struggling. This might have been a good place for us to build our logging mills if there was need. How's the need for lead? Not very. Although, we could go ahead and build one lead mine here. I suspect it'll see use. Fabric is cheap. Grain's also cheap. I'm gonna queue up a lead mine for you, so that you can hire. Okay, that's Chihuahua. Chiapas definitely needs some railway. Nevada does as well, although it's not capped. I'm a little bit worried that we'll end up losing it in the war and the investment here will not pay off, but let's do that. In Baja California, yes, although I'm assuming you can have ports, yeah. Let's start with one of those, please. I have tooling workshop. I don't think I built it. I think that was probably the private construction. Okay. Unpause. US is still cordial right now. That's good. Still expecting to come knocking at my door any minute now. So, like, maybe I shouldn't have paused some of our construction here, but we'll have to do. So that is done with the barracks, right? Okay, hold on. I will go and queue the rest of this anyway. Oh, no, it's not done. +2. I'm confused. I don't see it in the queue. There's nothing to scroll. There's no multi-page. Maybe it takes a second to register fully? Whoa. What the hell was that? Did you guys see that at the top of the screen? What the heck was that? Organized electorate, universal pop political strength. Oh, no, we'll do this. Reduce the time, increase the success. Raising concerns. Catholic Church. Think I'm prioritizing the industrialists. It is true. But yeah, we can go ahead and do this. We can take a little hit to industrialists. I mean, they're still at +20. They have so many pluses that they're like literally like they're off the scale, off the charts. It's like, well, can we make a different chart? Well, not in this case. Wood's still very expensive in the British market, which does tell us that logging camps will continue to be extraordinarily profitable. We can continue to spread them around. Okay, law enactment, that's good. Okay, I guess I'm just looking at the timer. I guess it's a good time for us to put in a little bit of a cut over here. The wood price does fluctuate, probably based on like construction demands or something like that throughout the market. But overall, still pretty good. Get these things built, then probably go right back into military building. Here's the thing. If they came, like, if the war started, we'd be fine giving up some Oklahoma, giving away a little Colorado. If need be, in fact, I think Utah and Nevada would actually be, like, totally fine. Like, even if we can't win, like, let's say we can't white peace them when the U.S. comes. If we can just give them some minor concessions, the big thing is keep California with all of its gold, keep Texas here with a decent amount of population. Currently a lack of qualifications, but I don't know if I want to invest in a university or particularly anything else at this time, because we may end up losing it, but maybe I should play like we're gonna keep it. I mean, it doesn't have a huge population. The prices currently are really cheap here. Migration's pretty good, and the population is growing from migration. There's a lot of natural resources that we'd love to exploit. What we really want to do is actually encourage migration to Texas, assuming we get to keep it. Tell you what, I think, queue up one university over here in Texas just to try to increase the rate at which qualifications get processed. Get people into good jobs that pay good money. Keep the, well, they're not struggling. Their minimum expected is actually struggling. They're not that. The lower strata is at struggling, actually. But They expect. Their expectation is 5.7. They're currently sitting at 9.5, which is one of the reasons we've got so much pause on immigration. We could run a greener grasses campaign over here too, which might not be too bad. We actually have a bunch of extra authority. And what if we let's assume we're not going to lose it. Maybe we should greener grasses California as well. I mean, it's already high. I don't know if like I'm sorry, 83k. Now, I don't know if pushing this higher, like I don't know if your goal is just to be higher than the other places, or if the amount that you're higher by makes a difference. Now, a bunch of these immigrants are coming from other places in Mexico, but not all of them. This is the Highlands, Ulster, Munster, Leinster. So we're getting, we're getting a bunch of Irish immigrants. Flanders? Ooh, is Belgium in our sphere of influence? I suppose so. If we go and take a look over here. Yeah, oh my God. 15% of California is Irish, for example. 20% are Sorbs, so from Serbia, right? Holy cow. Bunch of Hokan is, I was gonna say they're indigenous. That is interesting. We really do have to, I did get rid of migration controls, right? Yes, good, excellent. And then ideally we'd like to go fully multicultural as well to stop the discrimination altogether. And this is a fully incorporated state. It is. I wonder, is that what the frontier colonization does? Does it incorporate it after it's done? Or was like a fraction of the state already incorporated, which is why I did that. And this is unincorporated. That must have been the situation. We may want to incorporate some more after the war. I'm still assuming it's coming. Anyway, we'll go and put a cut in here. And next episode might be the war episode. I don't know. Folks, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.